Hey guys, Joe here from XFoxGames. If you guys remember, we did a review on the Nerfty Lizzy here, basically just a plastic injection molded gecko, right? If you guys want to check out the original video here, during that review, I was like, ugh, I just wish it had better performance. I think it was getting like right around about 85 FPS, 90, somewhere right in there. And I felt like it should do more, roughly about the 100 to 110 FPS, somewhere right in there. But I was like, you know what? I have upgraded parts for these. Let's just go ahead and upgrade these things. Let's see if we can get upwards of that 130, 120 consistently and maybe get a little more accuracy while you're at it. So pretty much these are just the same, just a different color variant here. I actually kind of like this one in comparison to the stock one. So some of the upgrades that we picked up, check this out. We have the upgraded spring for this. Now, it is a slight upgrade. I should gain about 20 FPS. So with just the spring upgrade, I should be hitting around 110, somewhere right in there, 115, 110 per the spring weight. We didn't want to go with a higher spring weight because it said it could damage some of the internals. We also got the kind of the plunger kind of housing here. The stock one, if you look, the stock one's kind of this, I don't even know what type of material it is. Definitely not brass, but it's like a brass look-alike. It's definitely a metal of some sort, maybe a composite aluminum, I don't know. But it looks very porous, so I don't think the seal is all that great. We went with the brass one, and we also went with a brass barrel. Now, just to note, we were unable to put this brass barrel in there because of the way that kind of the plunger goes up to this. You actually have to soak one of the parts in hot water, it says, and then undo it, put this in there, and then re-glue it. And I was like, oh my gosh, I don't know if I want to do that because I only have one of these. So I might do that on another one to see. But still, those are the upgrades we did. We did notice this thing was almost just bone dry. I mean, it was, yeah, nothing in there was lubed at all. So we lubed up everything pretty well. And the upgrade only took about 30 to 35 minutes. This is very, very straightforward to upgrade. It took me longer to kind of figure out how to take the original one out. And I was like, yeah, you know what? I'm not going to go that route. I'm not going to soak it and then do it and then re-glue it and put this in there. I just didn't want to do that on the black one and have it broken. So those are the upgrades that we did. And, to be honest, to kind of jump ahead here, guys, it actually worked. So we're going to go out here and take it, I'm just going to shoot this a little bit so you guys can kind of see the difference in performance. But it was significant, even without this barrel. I wish I would able to install the barrel. But check it out. Let's go here and shoot it in the backyard. I'm shooting Worker Gen 3s. Again, they're just my standard white ones that I use. Again, just those standard upgrades. This thing is shooting 140 FPS. You got it. 140. Sometimes even quicker, but it's about an average of about 140 FPS. Now, I think this particular blaster was to shoot right around about 100 to 110 FPS stock. But with it not lubed and everything is kind of dry, there's a lot of air, air just being wasted. So I think with the lube, the upgraded kind of plunger tube there in the spring, I think without the spring, you probably would get about 120, 125. And I think the spring, like it said, gives you about 20 FPS, 15 to 20 FPS, brings me up to that 140-ish mark. So if it were me, I would probably not do the spring, as most of my games have like 120, 130 cap, and this is a little bit over that. So I would not do the spring and just only do that kind of the plunger housing right there, that brass, which is really, really nice, and then lube this whole thing. So yeah, if you were to get this, again, right out of the box, guys, just go in there, lube it up, make sure everything is, and you're probably going to shoot 110 FPS. But you can see here, I mean, it's whizzing. This thing is awesome. Now, if we just look at it kind of up close, I mean, it still looks stock. Like when you look at it, you really are like, okay, I don't know what you did, because that outer housing for that kind of plunger tube there, that plunger housing, it looks the same. But when you kind of look at it, you're like, okay, that's real brass in there. Okay, but everything else, yeah, it looks the same as stock. It is a little bit heavier because that brass is a little bit heavier than the previous stuff, but still, if you pick up one of these or you win our giveaway that we're doing right here, if you guys win that, who knows? Maybe I might, if I have some extra parts laying around, perfect. But if you look close on the stock one, you could see on this white and gray version, it's silver in there, instead of on the black and red, where it was kind of that kind of goldish type color. So still, the stock one is still good. I think you should get about 100 FPS if you lube everything up. But if you really want to kind of upgrade this, yeah, pick up that plunger tube, I think, is the first thing that you should do. And it's fairly cheap. And then maybe do the spring, but again, I should have tested it without it. I would say pick that up, lube everything up, and I think you're going to be very, very surprised at the consistency out of this thing, and it feels so good. I feel, you know, with this plastic injection molded outer case and everything on here, it feels really, really good. I have had the 3D printed version of this. Mine broke twice, and I think it's just because of the consistency of the parts, right? So still, this thing freaking rocks. Now, it is a powerhouse. It is almost on par. Yes, with the fire rats back there, this thing actually shoots harder than that, but you guys know I got upgrades for those, so that is coming, a lot of aluminum stuff for it. So overall, yeah, the Nerfty Lizzy is super cheap stock. It should shoot around 100 FPS if you lube everything up, but I highly recommend to get some of these upgrades to kind of put you up over the top. And yeah, I mean, still, I think that thing rocks. Anyways, let me know what you guys think. Leave it down in the comments. Thanks again, Fox fans.